Well, ladies and gentlemen, get your baffle glasses on, because today we got everything for you fine fellas at home. We got conspiracies, we got these UFO twats, these alien twats, these bozos that we're gonna talk about. Like the video if you like it, subscribe if you're brand new, because we also have this image going around, this video going around of like a fighter jet and a UFO, alien abductee as well. We're gonna be getting right into this one as well, but we have a lot of conspiracies to go over. Shout out to Marvin, thank you for subscribing, appreciate it. Welcome
NTP toxicity study that was done by the United States government. It was released on November 1st, 2018. They did it on nocturnal mammals. They used 1G, 2G, and 3G phones. Okay, we're not. This is way before 5G. In those animals, they found humongous problems. You can look this study up on the internet. Every G causes a different resonance problem. Like 1G isn't equivalent to 5. 4 isn't equivalent to 5.
And you mean like different tuning fork issue?
Correct. Certain people have different mitochondrial haplotypes. We also have different skin types. Every single screen. Have you ever stopped and asked yourself why we need Dan Huber's glasses? Because they have found through the programs that the government sponsored, at Tulane Neurosurgery and Neurology, it's called MK Ultra, that they were able to control people through light waves, wires in their head to figure out how they can control the behavior as monkeys. That's actually was done in a place close to where I went to medical school. I knew about all of these studies.
So we can be controlled by light waves?
No, not we can, we are.
We are.
Okay? Update your knowledge base. Why does every computer have a blue light screen? Why doesn't it come pre-loaded with Flux or Iris? Well, there's a reason for that. Do you know what the reason is? Because the blue light lowers your dopamine and melatonin level so that you become addicted. Who got that information first? Was it the CIA through the MK Ultra program? No, it wasn't. It was the mafia.
Well, it's true, right? The blue light, all what we know is that the blue light does affect you, and it's bad. This is why you have filters of night mode, light mode, blue light filters. There are blue light glasses as well. Some of them don't even work. It's just fake glasses, I guess, but some of them do work. People do claim that it have reduced their headaches and all that crap. There are also like filters that you can place on your monitors, is what I personally got, because I work a lot on the computer, so I have placed all the filters on the monitor, so it blocks some amount of blue light. I don't think it would block all of it, but it certainly does help if you want to be like using the screens longer. I guess the best thing you can do is lower your time, lower your screen time, and also reduce the amount of blue light on these monitors and screens that you look at.
You know how they got it? It's how they build Las Vegas. They put a city in a desert, in a geopathic stress zone, has water, magnetism, a great light. Then what they do, they put casinos out there, blocked all the light, and put one-armed bandits in there that made nothing but blue light. Dopamine levels fell sooner. You gave him your money.
Do you
faster.
have AT&T as your cell phone service? You need to listen to this. You need to send this around to everybody, and you need to follow me.
AT&T hacker steals call, text records of nearly all customers. I recently heard that apparently the social insurance numbers got leaked out for pretty much everybody in the States.
Because I'm going to make new videos when I get new updates. Apparently an AT&T is saying that a hacker stole the call and text records of nearly all of their customers. So if you have AT&T cell phone service, your records, your text messages, your phone records are now in the hands of a hacker. Verizon has AT&T has 127 million devices, and according to their news release, a hacker now has information on all of them. The company said this in an SEC filing. They didn't even release it to the media. The media found out because of a government filing. The hackers have 6 months worth of call and text message data.
Damn.
The company is still figuring out exactly what to do about this. They are telling everybody to take a close look at all of
It's over. And I'll tell you this, man. As soon as you get a smartphone, your private life is over. The best thing you can do is just not share the stuff that you don't want in the public online. even in a private message. If you don't want that info being out there in the public one day, just don't send it. Don't send your Bobs and Vagana pics to your significant other if you don't want the entire world to see it. That's how you gotta like think about this one, right? Because yeah, like hacks happen, all of this data breaches happen mostly multiple times a year, you know, to all of the companies.
Documents and billing information. This just coming out.
Elon Musk tweeted, the European Commission offered X an illegal secret deal. If we quietly censored speech without telling anyone, they would not fine us. The other platforms accepted that deal. X did not.
Damn. Yeah.
I mean, this is amazing. The European Commission, right? This is like a backdoor deal. This is how these authoritarians do it. They try to pressure these companies, and the other platforms accepted that deal, right?
You remember when
Yeah, you know, the craziest thing here is that like Alex Jones and a lot of these accounts, they got banned all at the same time. Prime example from recent memory, Andrew Tate. Whether you like the guy or not, that's up to you. That's your opinion. That's your opinion. You like the guy, great. If you don't like the guy, perfectly fine by me. That's your opinion. So we're not talking about that. But this is a prime example. Andrew Tate was banned on all the social media, literally all on all of the platform all at once within like 30 minutes, give or take time span. Why is that? Because they all met together and they chose to ban him altogether. That's like a perfect example. And apparently what we're now finding out, Elon Musk was offered the money from European Union, or European Union reached out and they wanted him to like censor his website X, and he ultimately chose to not do it. And in return, he also blasted and exposed them as well. So yeah, it's insane. It's insane.
Julian Assange tweeted out this chart, which showed how many members of the media belong to the Bilderberg Group, the Council on Foreign Relations, and the Trilateral Commission. And not only are these the CEOs, but for the longest time, many in the media denied the Bilderberg Group even existed as they attended the meetings. You could find the chart here. Then consider that 6 corporations control basically everything we see on television. So when Stephen A. Smith complains about being underpaid, he's really complaining to Disney, not just ESPN, because Disney owns ESPN. Then consider that the investment firms of Vanguard, BlackRock, and State Street own basically everything.
These are the companies that control pretty much all of us, pretty much all the world. It's like the 1% of the 1%, right?
For example, they're the largest institutional investors in Disney. And this shows that the idea that there's free thought in media is an illusion, which is why I write books on the history of fake news, because the media is controlled from the top down. Hollywood is controlled from the top down.
So history was erased and rewritten, so we think that the royal bloodline is Queen Elizabeth, but it's not. Queen Elizabeth's family actually are descendants of Vlad the Impaler, who was a very big evil guy. He waged many wars, he killed millions of people, and he got the name Vlad the Impaler because he used to torture people in the most horrendous ways. The Queen Elizabeth and Prince Charles bloodline come from this horrendous family of Vlad the Impaler. In the 1500s, there was a war where the true royal king of England, who held the Christos Sophia bloodline, the authentic galactic royalty bloodline, that was killed in a war. So the king was executed and his entire family was executed. The Rothschilds were involved in financing that war. This is a big truth bomb. The Rothschilds have had a plan to dominate humanity for thousands of years. And at that time, they were financing the war against the King of England, which they won. And then to install their own puppet in power, which they always do, they introduced the ancestors of Queen Elizabeth into the royal kingdom. So they became the fake king and queen at that time. They were placed in power, and the only deal that they made with these international elite banking families was that the royal family will carry out all of the instructions of the Rothschilds and all of these elite families. So the royal family was just placed as a front.
They've been hiding this from you. During the 1900s, bells around the world were all collected and destroyed. Governments claimed it was due to the metal shortage during the world wars. However, it is believed that there is a much more sinister motive. Bells are powerful tools. They are not just signals that another hour has passed. These bells clear negative energy, raise vibrations, and connect us with higher realms. Fully aware of this, they were destroyed to suppress human awakening and maintain control over our collective consciousness. By eliminating these powerful instruments, society is forced to a lower vibrational state, and a further disconnect is made between us and the realms above. But it gets even deeper. In 1953, the standard frequency of music was intentionally adjusted from 432 Hz to 440 Hz.
Oh,
The
yeah.
440
Yeah, this is something that I heard previously as well. It's a conspiracy that seemingly is true because of the hertz. Because a lot of the music that you listen to have subliminal messaging in it, right? Like if you're depressed and chances are likely you're gonna listen to music that relates to you at that moment, and you're gonna be listening to like depressing music, and guess what? You're gonna be depressed even more. You're gonna be depressed even more, right? Because of the messaging that it got, and on top the subliminal message, you're just feeding your subliminal mind, your conscious mind, all that. Just, you know what I mean? Instead, if you listen to uplifting music has the power to uplift you as well. If you listen to uplifting music or something that has good lyrics and good messaging, then yeah, it's gonna lift up your spirits.
Hertz frequency is considered disharmonious and disruptive to our energy fields, while the 432 Hz frequency is believed to align with the Earth's natural resonance, promoting healing and awakening. Without the sound of bells and the constant exposure to modern music, society is being kept at a lower vibrational state, resulting in our connection to the divine being weakened.
Why did a WikiLeaks released email in 2016 involving Hillary Clinton say, quote, "I will be sacrificing a chicken in the backyard to Moloch"? Carthage was a city located in modern-day Tunisia, destroyed during the Third Punic War in 146 BC. The archaeologists quickly found tens of thousands of urns buried beneath the earth. The urns contained the bones and ashes of animals. Among the discoveries, the archaeologists also unearthed various artifacts with the inscription MLK. And thanks to hidden camera footage released to the public, a modern-day ritual involving Moloch happens yearly at the infamous site of Bohemian Grove. You see, Bohemian Grove is a camp retreat for the most elite people of the world. This includes celebrities, politicians, ultra-wealthy business people, and even US presidents. The footage depicts a bizarre gathering around a wooden statue of an owl, the symbol of Bohemian Grove. Members stand around it, dressed in strange costumes, chanting and praying to the owl. Then the owl is set on fire with a torch as members chant and applaud amidst the blaze. There is now debate online that this owl is supposed to symbolize Molech.
15-minute city thing.
Yeah, right. Like, and this thing happened. I'm not sure who broke the news. Maybe it was Alex Jones that broke the news. Yeah, I believe I heard about this when he leaked it out, and it was like a big story. I don't even remember when exactly, how, where. I'm assuming right now that I heard this because of Alex Jones. Perhaps not, perhaps yes, I don't know. But in recent memories, Tyler Oliveira, I believe the YouTube guy, right? YouTube channel guy, great channel by the way. He also broke into the Bohemian Grove, right? But there was nobody. I believe they used to do some crazy stuff. Crazy stuff it used to go down back in the days, but I don't think now they do it because their cover is blown essentially.
Cars, they are the epitome of individual liberty. Peterson actually has pointed this out.
I think there's two marks of tyranny right now. People who hate comedians, people who hate automobiles. Man, that's a line of war for me. It's like, really? Keep your hands off my fucking car.
Yeah, right.
Prick. Yeah, well, you think about what a car stands for. It's like radical autonomy and privacy.
You see what happened in California recently? So first of all, in 2026, all vehicles made have to have a shutoff in America. That was a Biden initiative. Now by 2028, all vehicles in California that are speeding, this is working its way through. I imagine it will go through. If you're speeding, your car will beep at you, like as if you're not wearing your seatbelt. And if you think about that, the only way to employ that strategy is if you know where I am every moment. Otherwise, you wouldn't know the speed limit. The 15-minute cities, which Edmonton, Toronto,
or unless you go, for example, like highway speed is like what 100 kilometer per hour. I'm not sure about the states. I guess in the states you guys got miles, right? So let me know what's in miles. I'm assuming like 60 miles per hour. Could be wrong, but 100 is like the standard, right? 60 kilometer per hour minimum, 100 max. I guess 110 would be fine because usually people go 110 here all the time. Some would bump it up to 115. It usually is like that, at least here and mostly all over the world. But I guess if you go above 100 or 110, it would start beeping at you regardless of where you are. And yeah, like it is crazy, man. It is crazy. So as technology advances, our privacy lessens and we're controlled even more.
and Montreal are all already stated as going to be a part of. They say 0 private car ownership is the goal by 2030, 0 kilograms of meat consumption, 3 items of clothing per person per year, and then also limiting people to 1 short haul flight every 3 years. These initiatives, that's where they end up planning to go. That's not coming from conspiracy theorists. This is directly in their seat.
What the hell? Like, what? Yo, I'm in Montreal, bro. Like, so this is... Oh, shit! Nah, that is crazy. Now, I did hear this in passing, like, they need to... There will be certain amount of flights that you would be able to take per year, and now I'm hearing this for the second time, and this is like, what? This is crazy. I don't travel much, but still, it's like... You know what I mean, right? Like, damn.
C40 initiatives, which you can find on their website.
Brought man the gift of fire. Prometheus. Yeah. Who was Prometheus? Lucifer. There would be no society without fire. That's how it's represented in the ancient myths and in the mysteries. These people learned how to control others through the use of a hidden knowledge. This ability to keep that fire going was a technology that nobody else knew. By observing the fire, by keeping it going, by creating ceremonies around this fire, they became a mystery to the others. A mystery always holds sway over those who don't understand it. And the priesthood was born. No king ever existed without the permission of the priesthood. I don't care what religion you're talking about or what period of history you're talking about, it is the truth. The kings never had the power and don't to this day. Kings exist at the whim of the real power, which is the priesthood standing behind the throne.
Imagine...
Damn. Okay, let me actually... play you this one here, so we gotta get into this one as well. Shout out to UFO Sightings Daily. Roll it.
With his car, met other human. Man, I got something very interesting. This is from 1988 in Puerto Rico, when a man was actually abducted by aliens, taken up into space with his car, met other humans that they were speaking to inside the ship, and came down, took some photos, was allowed to take photos, and there was some fighter jets. It looks like F-15s, I'm not sure, and confronted by the CIA in the very end, and he hid the photos from it. This is gonna blow your mind. Hit that like and subscribe button.
What the hell?
This is a picture of the man who was abducted in 1988 in Puerto Rico. Now, the man, he claims that the UFO came over him, took him inside the UFO. He suddenly appeared inside, and his car also came inside, but was seen in a different area. And he said that he saw others also abducted by the aliens, and the aliens were herding them around like teachers herding students, teaching them about things, about the end of the world, about things that need to be changed, and about how a giant meteor is going to come down over the area of Puerto Rico at a certain year and wipe out most of humanity, and how humanity is going to survive. But
okay, so that happened in 1988, and allegedly the aliens were like, hey, that's what year again? Because it's been quite some time, right? Like, we're in 2024. If you're watching in 2050, let us know what went down. But
the thing is, he described all these things, and he asked, I got my camera, can I take photos of you afterwards? And they after they put him back on the ground, he took photos of the UFO, several photos, I think it's about 8 or 9, and in some of the photos are some U.S. fighter jets. Okay, it looks like F-15s, Tomcats, Navy, U.S. Navy. And it's just kind of extraordinary, guys, kind of extraordinary. Afterwards, after the sighting, he talked about it, people talked about it, and reported him to the authorities, and the authorities got the CIA over, and the CIA came to his door, and he just said, hey, what are you talking about photos? I don't know about any photos or film or negatives. And they said, we have court order here to search your home. He says, go ahead. And they searched the home and they left. And he said they had nothing because they could find nothing because I hid the photos and the negatives really, really well, he said. I'll put the video to this in the about description below. There is an actual video. I don't want to include it. It's someone else's video. So you could check it out. Click on that link and watch the full interview.
Holy. Okay, we're going to check it out.
On the right side, we have AI corrected. On the left side is normal, natural photo. Now, this is one of the many photos this guy took of the UFO after it had released him, put him down, and he saw his car next to him again, but although he was in a different place. And so it took a car, he said. Look at that. Look at the detail. The detail of this fighter jet up there. Now, some of the photos are more detailed, some are further away. You will have to judge for yourself, but it looks legit. It looks legit. And the UFO, here's the tree. Let's look at the tree and see how well this focuses. It looks like it's focusing really well. Look at that. You can see some kind of seeds or leaves on the tree. The branches are really well. And everything's pretty nice in general. It is working very well. The focusing of the AI program is working very well. So it's not just UFOs or airplanes, but also trees and everything else. Now look at this. Look at the detail. See, here again, we can't see the bottom too well because of the shadow. The darkness of the bottom of the UFO makes it difficult. Now this is one of my favorite. This is just amazing. This is really great. It's very similar to an old UFO sighting.
Yeah, holy, it does. The AI does clear the image up very well.
I showed you a photo of. And this one is just mind-boggling. Okay, this is before AI, after AI. And in a minute, I'm going to show you, look at the metallic of that ship. In a minute, I'm going to show you AI corrected version of AI, so you can see this even better. Look at that. That's clearly metal, clearly made of metal. And wow. Just amazing. Wow, is that a hump on the top? Okay, here's a fighter jet. Now, something unusual about the fighter jet is like part of the wing is not visible, which I'm wondering, is it the angle of the plane itself? You can see the tail and everything up here looks normal.
Maybe the alien ate that wing, you know what I'm saying?
Everything, the branches and everything. So it's probably just out of sight, probably the view and angle of the light hitting the tail, making part of it not visible. You know, and
I think it's just the alien that ate the tail, bro. That's what it was.
Here we are with a ship. Let's look at this ship again. The ship looks very similar to the UK ship that they said was the most clearest UFO image ever. This one is even better. Look at the detail of this. Now it doesn't look. Here's AI corrected by AI. AI on the right, part 2. AI on the left is part 1. So see, it's even sharper now. It's even sharper. And clearly,
yeah, it does feel like a rock. If you know what I mean, like it does feel like a rock. It's not, but the AI is making it look like a rock right now.
Obviously, it is a metallic craft. We can't see underneath.
In the first one, it feels like a metal one, but on this one, it's just like when you zoom in, it just looks like a rock.
And from this angle, we're looking at it from this side, so it doesn't really look like a disc so much. But it is a disc. It is a disc. That's obvious from the other photographs and from the eyewitness account. Now, I'm going to put the eyewitness account in the about description below this video.
I'll check it out, and if it's worth it, I'll cover it in the next video, alright? Guys, for now, check out this video on the screen. This is the last episode that we've done. We had so many conspiracies, so many different clips. If you enjoyed this, you're going to love this one. Check out this video on the screen. If you've already seen it, then check out the video on the left.